Welcome to the Client Attraction Alchemy broadcast, where everyday women create unconventional lives. And now your host. She loves to travel, loves to inspire, and is passionate about helping you live your dreams. Monica Mundell.
Hey gorgeous, it's Nika in the house, and I'm gonna do a live around a lesson that I've learned today that may be helpful to you as well. Basically, I made the mistake of checking into Facebook this morning and reading something that triggered me, and it made me angry, and I actually cried a little, and I also questioned a few things in my life. Hi, Amanda. How are you doing, darling? And so I had a chat with John about it. I sat with my feeling and chatted with John, and he basically gave me a different perspective. And I just wanted to share that with you because when I find myself triggered in the past, I would have reacted to that trigger quite quickly and also quite angrily. And yeah, you're gorgeous. And it's not always the best thing to do because you might, in that position when we're angry, we may write something or say something that we regret later. So I have learned from John that, instead of just lashing out when we're angry, sit with it and consider the other person's position, the other party's position, and look at it without emotion, which is kind of my downfall because I'm a very emphatic person. So for me, the emotions kick in quite quickly. And when I get emotional, then I become less objective. And that makes me prone to reacting rather than just being able to deal with something like that and get over it without being personally offended, my emotions offended. And so when I had this discussion with John, like I do understand what's going on with this situation that triggered me, but yeah, I had a good chance to talk it out, and now I was able to sort of format that in words that are leaving the other party empowered, and it actually leaves me empowered. I'm no longer angry, and the anger dissipated quite quickly. But it's very easy for us to react angry when we are hurt, when we are being taken advantage of, or when we are when something happens that is just hurtful to us, and we don't feel like we deserve that. So I wanted to share this. Maybe it's helpful to you. Maybe you're in a situation occasionally or right now that leaves you angry or disappointed, and you're kind of prone to reacting. And in doing so, you might say something or do something that's not so smart for the long term. But if not, maybe the next time this happens, you can consider just sitting with it and discussing the situation with somebody else who is objective about it and not emotional like yourself, because it really does make a difference. So that's my share for the day. Nice and short, but I believe in sharing my vulnerabilities and also sharing my lessons that I'm learning from my vulnerabilities, because it helps me get better. So I believe it will help other people get better too. So anyway, have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in, Amanda. And if you're watching the replay, thank you as well. I do appreciate you, and have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Well, that's it for this episode of Client Attraction Alchemy. Make sure you comment below and tell us what you loved about this video, and we'll see you for our next broadcast.